everyone. So today I want to show you an incredible hip flexor stretch using a yoga block. So it's great for counteracting any pain, tightness that you're feeling in your low back or your hips, especially with prolonged sitting, working from home, excessive exercise, activity, you name it. So it's a good thing to try. So all you'll need is one yoga block. And to begin, you'll just slowly lay down onto your back. And your feet are hip width apart, your knees are bent. And now you're gonna slowly lift your hips and you'll place the yoga block just at the base of the lumbar spine across the sacrum. So this is similar, just to recap, with the low back decompression pose using the yoga block. So we'll start here. And you'll just kind of check in first and just let your hips settle, reset, let go of any tightness, especially in the low back, before you can go further into this pose. So maybe just taking a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just allowing yourself to relax in this position. Noticing any pain or relief in the low back. So now to move on to the hip flexor stretch, you'll hug your left knee into the chest, and you can just stay here or extend the right knee out. Now this is an incredible stretch for the hip flexors, the rectus femoris, the iliopsoas, because you're really getting through that extension through the low back, through the hip, and down into the knee. Now you may notice a few things here. You may notice that maybe your leg kind of goes out to the side. That may mean that you have a tight tensor fascia lata. I always love the name of that muscle. That's what goes into your IT band. So, or maybe you can't quite straighten your knee. You might have to keep it bent. The hip might be lifting. It all indicates different tightness in these hip flexor muscles. But in time, as you just relax into this pose, you want to just try to keep the legs straight and extended and open. So I like holding this for 30 seconds to a minute, or just 5 deep breaths, and just releasing through these muscles here. And then you'll switch legs, and you may notice one leg different from the other, tighter from the other. So you'll hug your right knee into your chest. And you don't need to hug it too tight, because you still want to make sure that that sacrum is supported on the block, and then extend out that other leg. And just relax into the stretch, into the pose. Maybe play around, like you can, if you notice the leg that's abducting, kind of going out more to the side, try to bring it more into the center, and you'll really feel a stretch through more of the lateral thigh and hip. And just breathing in a couple deep breaths. And when you're ready, you'll just come back. Slowly lift the hips and place the block off to the side, and just lower down one vertebrae at a time. Maybe extend the legs out straight, just to reverse, keep that extension. I always like to stretch my arms up overhead and just feel a nice lengthening stretch, pointing the toes, stretching the arms, lengthening the body, before you just kind of melt into the mat and relax, noticing the improvement, the difference through the front of the hips and the low back here. So this stretch is ideal, especially if you want to tag it onto some of my hip opening yoga flows, the hip flexor stretching PhysioYoga Flow that I also have on my page. So check that out and incorporate this with it. Doing it every day, it just takes a few minutes, or just scatter it through the week. Trust me, you'll really feel an improvement with the posture, reduce any low back pain or tension, and hip pain and tension. So give it a try. Hope you enjoy. Namaste.